Hi guys, come on in. Welcome back to Simply Charlease, where new crafters like to hang out. Look at what we're going to create today. You look at it and you say, but Charlease, it's a sponge. Yeah, that's what it is. It's a sponge, but it's a special sponge. Let me show you why. I have a bowl of water here. And let's just pretend that you're taking a bath or a shower. This sponge, you're going to just take it and you're going to wet it. Can you see that? And you're going to swish it around in your hand. Do you see all those bubbles? I've been using this sponge for almost 2 weeks now. I wanted to see just how well it worked. And it shows no signs of running out of bubbles. You see that? Yep. I don't know what I should call it. I'm thinking soapy sponge, bubbly sponge. Maybe you could go down in the description box and give me some suggestions of what I could call it. But this soap is amazing, right? And if you're gonna, I've been using it in the shower mostly. I've used it in the bath once, and it works great in either situation. All right? You're gonna scrub yourself down a little bit, and then when you run out of bubbles, you're just gonna wet it again, swish it around in your hand, and you got fresh bubbles. Okay. Oh, and this one smells amazing. I added my favorite citrus basil to the soap base. So if you want to make one of these, just hang on. I'm going to have to dry my hands a little bit before I stop the video. Okay, I'll be back. The supplies that we're going to be working with today are, I'm going to be using some clear glycerin soap. I'm actually using that ultra clear, which I'm only using this because this is all that I have, because this is a little bit on the pricey side. Okay, our soap base. I'm going to use oatmeal, milk, and honey as my fragrance oil. I'm not going to add any color because the sponge is yellow. If you had a white sponge, any color that you want to add would be just fine. You know, we need our vessel to melt our melt and pour in. And I'm only going to use 2 ounces of the clear glycerin soap, okay? Of course, we need our thermometer and something to measure our fragrance oil and something to stir. And most of all, we're gonna need a sponge. Now, I got these sponges from Hobby Lobby, and they're actually art sponges. You see that? But you know, you can use sponges that are specific to bathing, baths and showers. But these work great. And they were $3.99 for 4, okay? And that's what it looks like. That's the thickness. Nice and spongy, okay? I will leave links in the description box of where you can get some sponges similar to these, and also the soap base. What else? I think that's all, because we don't need a mold today. All right, guys, let's get started. Like I said, I'm only using 2 ounces. Oh, forgot my knife. Hold on. I'm only using 2 ounces of the glycerin soap base, because I'm just going to make the 1 sponge, and I think 2 ounces would be plenty, okay? Going to chop it up to make sure that it melts quickly. Okay, we're going to put this in the microwave. This is going to be a really quick project, guys. We're going to put this in the microwave, and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, that only took 30 seconds. And I'm going to use this oatmeal, milk, and honey. That's one of my favorite scents. such a soothing scent. I'm only going to use, let's see, this is 1/4 of a teaspoon, and I'm only going to use about a half of that. So what's that, 1/8? Okay. Let's see if that smells like I want it to smell. Just give it a quick stir. Okay. Now, I could add some color to this. For example, if I added some red to this, I think when I put it in the sponge, it would come across as orange, but I don't know. But I'm just going to leave it clear. And you don't have to use clear glycerin. You could use your shea butter base or, what is it? I've seen Donkey. Believe it or not, I've seen Donkey soap. I've never used that, but anyway. And all you're going to do, guys, is put your sponge in your vessel, kind of push it around, swirl it around. Okay, just, can you see? Let's see, let me move that back. And that's all I'm doing. I'm just swirling it around so that it absorbs some the soap. All right. Squish it a little bit. I can hear it. It's filling with soap. Okay, now you could flip it over and absorb soap that way, but what I want to do is leave a little bit of the actual sponge exposed, because I think that it bubbles up quicker that way if you have a little bit of sponge exposed, because otherwise if it's completely covered with soap, it'll be more like a bar, you know, you just a bar of soap, and you want that sponge effect right away. Okay, I think I've absorbed all the soap. Now let's take it out. Okay, there's just a little bit left in the bottom. Let's get that. All right, 2 ounces was a good amount. Okay, and I don't know if you can see, but the sponge is about half full. This is soap from here down, and then you got the clear sponge the rest of the way, okay? And what you're gonna do, you wanna sit it on something that's non-porous, because you don't want the soap that's in the sponge to bind with what you sit it on. I'm gonna sit mine on this this cutting board that I have here, but you can sit it on a plate, anything, as long as it's non-porous. In other words, you don't want to sit it on a paper towel or a cloth towel, because then, you know, you got a mess. All right, guys, that's it. All we have to do is wait for this to set, and we have another one of these, what are we calling it? Sudsy sponges. You already know what it looks like, and you already know how it works. So I'm going to tell you, I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.